Transforming education, making textbooks accessible to all learners. Kenneth, 14, from Uganda, is deaf.
I can get confused if there's no one there to explain things.
Henry, 13, is blind.
We cannot set the chalkboard.
Ed, 13, is blind.
I don't see any reason why we should be kept aside from those who don't have disabilities.
Robert Nkwangu, National Union of Disabled Persons, Uganda.
If there's a book written in text, some people aren't able to read it because of their disability.
Rosangela Berman-Bieler, UNICEF.
The best way for learners with disabilities who are deaf or blind or have intellectual disabilities to really learn like their peers is through digital books.
Robert Nkwangu.
Imagine a book with choices. So the visually impaired can read through audio, and the deaf can read it with a sign language video.
David Gitao, teacher, Kenya.
Children, they'll be able to carry the book with ease, and not only one, but a number of books. And of course, they can be able to access it at home.
When barriers are removed and children with disabilities are included in regular schools, we see them getting to the top of their classes.
Sarah Bogosi, Uganda Ministry of Education and Sports.
We adapted the materials we gave to the schools, and the results were quite impressive.
The teacher can put a lesson on the computer. You listen in class so that we learn together.
Kenneth is deaf.
The laptops help me understand more.
Joy Wadimo, teacher.
A person who is on the laptop is like a real teacher. He's teaching while signing.
Omeri, 12, is deaf.
It has helped me learn to read.
Bernard, 17, from Kenya.
I like that I can choose what I want to see on the tablet.
Peter Owaga, Kenya Association of the Intellectually Handicapped.
It is the first time that I interact with it in the tablet. It has pictures with some easy to read and understandable literature. They could easily access the material and are so much impressed.
Srirupa Mitra, UNPRPD.
The potential for this project is groundbreaking, and what we saw from the results of the initial pilot in Uganda were transformative, which is why the UNPRPD decided to extend its support for this project in the region. It speaks to our commitment to support UN agencies to work together on common areas along with government and organizations of persons with disabilities to design and deliver services that include and work for all.
We also have a strong steering committee in Uganda where we have the ICT, the Ministry of Education and other Ministry of Gender that are working together as a team to see all this happen.
John Kimoto, Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development.
Let us join together in doing the testing. Let us join together in sharing the platforms, but also being able to learn from each other so that we don't have to repeat what has already been learned.
Abdul Rahman Lamin, UNESCO office in Nairobi.
Once we go through this experience of working in the 3 countries over the next 2 years, it's a huge region. There are many other countries that we can reach.
Children with disabilities gained a lot of respect in the schools because as others found out that there was a lot that these children could also do.
When I first started in this school 10 years ago, the interaction of the learners, those days it was like, this one is deaf, I don't want to interact with him. But now, they are able to learn together. They are able to ask each other, how can I press this? How can I go to this topic? It has brought them together as one family.
When I came to the mainstream class, I felt a little afraid, but then I got to meet new friends. They are kind. They always read for me what's written in the board.
They feel happy with me and I feel happy with them.
Omeri.
I feel really happy at this school.
Edward Mugenzi, Omeri's father.
As a parent, I feel impressed. Omeri is being brought on board. He can use a computer which I didn't even imagine that he can operate, which is wonderful.
I would like to be an electronics engineer. I want to make special gadgets that will be able to assist visually impaired children.
Our children are going to read further, are going to benefit, are going to be good citizens, are going to be teachers, are going to be doctors, are going to be lawyers because of this new technology.
A joint project by UNICEF and UNESCO, supported by the Derek A.T. Drummond Fund, the UN Partnership on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, and Alana.